Hello, this is Chek, and I've had a number of people write me letters asking for help with post-traumatic stress disorder. I've had a number of soldiers acquire my help for private coaching and counseling and therapy with regard to post-traumatic stress disorder suffered from their experience in the battlefield in the Middle East. And so I thought I'd take a moment to share with you some of the simple but effective approaches that I can cover here very briefly. Now, please know that this should never be thought of as a replacement for getting professional medical help. These are just some suggestions that I can make that I use with post-traumatic stress disorder patients. So, first and foremost, let's remember what the diagnosis actually is. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Let me break that down because many of the clues to how to get healthy are in the diagnosis. First of all, post. For those of you that suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder, remember post is the equivalent of N in the word now. In my system of teaching, my personal, professional, spiritual success mastery system, I teach that the word now means this. N stands for not now. That's the equivalent of the past. The past is dead unless we keep enlivening it. Now, my experience with post-traumatic stress disorder patients is that they have an impact, an incident or multiple incidents that happen to them in their life, such as a battlefield experience. But as it comes up in dreams and as it comes up in their memory, they tend to get into conversations and keep reinforcing the disorder. So they are talking to friends, to family, to medical staff. So what happens is all day long they're pulling the past, the not now, into the present. O, neutral, zero. The present is instantaneous. It comes and it goes literally at the speed of infinity. It's always here, but it's leaving as fast as it arrives. This is the only place we can make changes in our life of any type, right now, right here. So whenever you find yourself talking about your post-traumatic stress disorder or putting energy into it unnecessarily, stop that. Talk in a positive affirmation. See it as healed and put it behind you to the best of your ability. If it rises up, if it becomes an issue with an anxiety attack, etc., then bring yourself fully into the present. You can bring yourself fully into the present with some very, very simple techniques. One, you can journal. You can write down every time that you have the stress. That brings you into an awareness of it right now. Once you do that, use that as a reminder to release it. Take the energy off of it. I am home. I am safe. I am healed. I am whole. Create a positive affirmation that you can use immediately when the stress rises up. I am safe. I am home. I am whole. All my cells are healthy. I am free of all disease. Another technique I use, snap your fingers. And then ask yourself, who's doing that? Who's snapping the fingers? How much pressure does it take? Can you snap them lightly? Pay close attention to the fact that you're fully present. You're making your body work. You're here right now. You're safe. You're home. You are whole. Once you get to that point and you can be fully present with yourself, it helps remind you that you're here. You're not knocked out of your body. You're not stuck in the battlefield or the car accident or the physical abuse situation. You're present. Avoid W. That stands for will be. That's the future. The future isn't here yet. The past and the future are dead unless you take your energy out of the present into the future or into the past. I call that futurizing, and I call that pasteurizing. To pasteurize something means to kill the enzyme activity. Essentially, it loses its life force. When you take your energy from the present into the future or the past, you kill the ability to be present in the now. And remember, post-traumatic stress disorder is in the past. That's what post means. So, bring yourself into the present. Be fully present with yourself. You're here, you're safe, you're whole. You have to reprogram yourself. I would highly recommend you go somewhere or go to somebody who's got the ability to record a cassette tape or a CD and record an affirmation in a soothing tone of voice. Say your name. For example, if it was me. Hello, Paul. You are safe. You are home. You are whole. All your cells are healthy. You are free of all disease. You live in the now. You create your life each day. You live your dreams. You are safe. You are home. You are whole. And then just loop that recording and play it all night while you're asleep. Doesn't have to be loud. Just play it. You can put some soft background music and it'll start reprogramming the nervous system. Next. Traumatic. We need to heal. Where there's a trauma, we need to heal. I teach a system called the 4 Doctors. You see some of that information on YouTube. You can also read my multimedia ebook, The Last 4 Doctors You'll Ever Need, How to Get Healthy Now. You can read the first chapter for free at ppssuccess.com. It's only $24.95 for that book, but I show you there's only 4 doctors: Dr. Quiet, Dr. Diet, Dr. Movement, and Dr. Happiness.